Grandmama, it doesn't look like you're gonna cook very much.
Peppers and onions, y'all.
Well, if that's what we got, that's what we're gonna
Hey,
eat.
they're healthy.
Yeah.
What can I say? Good morning, y'all. I'm Rose from Gramma Rose's Open Pantry, and I hope y'all are ready for some comfort food, something that's hearty. It sticks to your ribs. I know it's hot, but sometimes even when it's hot, you like a good bowl of chili. So that's what I'm making today. I'm making Campground chili, and so I'm making it a little bit different. Y'all know me, I'm different. And I've got 1/4 cup of peppers cut up here, and I'm cutting a little over half of a medium onion. And I'm just going to not finely chop it, I'm just going to chop it because I don't want it in little bitty pieces. So this will probably be a little over a half a cup of chopped onion. If y'all hear that noise, the power company's here. We had a limb fall on our main wire line that goes from our pole out to the house. So they had to come yesterday, put it back up, and today they're cutting one of my pecan trees almost half down because we don't want that to happen again, and it had some really big limbs on it. So they're cutting those limbs up for us this morning. And so it's a little bit loud probably. I know you can probably hear it, but now what they're doing, they're grinding the limbs up. So they cut them, then they grind them. Okay. All right, now behind me, I have got in my boiler, let me turn the light on. I have got 1/2 pound of sausage, just regular breakfast sausage, and 1/2 pound of ground turkey. Now you can use ground beef, you can use venison, whatever you want. So I'm just browning this. And since it's sausage and breakfast sausage and ground turkey, it doesn't have much fat in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my my peppers and my onions. That's more like a cup of onion, but that's okay, we like onion. So that's about a cup of onion. So I'm gonna put this in, and I'm gonna let it cook while my meat is browning. All right, now, the reason I say this is going to be a little bit different, I opened this jar of spaghetti sauce yesterday, and it's no sugar added, doesn't have any added sugar in it. And since Roy and I are about to leave to go on a little trip out to Texas to see our grandson, I need to use it. I don't want to leave it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to use this as part of my sauce today. I've got garlic, I've got a little bit of oregano, I've got my homemade chili seasoning, I've got some mixed chili beans, no sugar added in that. And if I need it, I've got some of my homemade tomatoes that I can. And I'm going to be putting a little bit of salt. I'll go ahead and salt and pepper. Now these are just regular breakfast sausage. They're not hot breakfast sausage. So after I get everything put together, if I want them to be a little spicy, I'll add a little cayenne pepper. Or you can add some jalapenos in yours. You can put
Hot sauce.
red pepper flakes, salsa.
Hot sauce.
Oh, hot sauce, yes, you can put hot sauce, and I may do that. I have some Louisiana hot sauce. If I'm going to use hot sauce, I like the Louisiana hot sauce. It's not so vinegary. So if I add anything, that's probably what I'll add to it, because you can control that a little bit better than you can control cayenne pepper. So I'm not going to open my tomatoes until I find out if I'm going to need them. But I am going to go ahead and in this, I'm going to put, this is a 1/2 tablespoon measure. So I'm gonna put a whole tablespoon of garlic in there. I'm not gonna have to drain any of this grease because this is really, really lean sausage and your ground turkey doesn't have any fat. So, or very little fat.
You got fresh tomatoes you can put in it too.
I am gonna put some fresh tomatoes in it. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of, probably a teaspoon of oregano in there so it can be cooking along with my meat.
Did you mention the mushrooms?
No, and I've got some mushrooms. Roy wants a few mushrooms, so we're putting everything but the kitchen sink in it. Okay. Now it doesn't take this long to cook because you just mostly want to get the pink out of it because you're going to be cooking it for like 30 minutes, simmering it for 30 minutes anyway. So that's pretty much.
Yep. If you use the canned beans, everything is quick.
Oh yeah, everything
It's a quick
is
dish.
quick.
And I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. My meat is ready. See, that didn't take but 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this spaghetti sauce. I'm gonna rinse out my jar with a little water so I get all of that out. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my beans. Y'all, this is easy, it's quick, doesn't take long. I'll take my knife. Okay. There's not much juice in these beans.
Now,
Ooh.
some people worry about the carbs in beans. The glycemic load of beans is low, usually 5 to 6 per serving, which would be about 3/4 of a cup. So that's very low glycemic load, and you're not going to get a cup of beans out of this whole dish if you just eat a cup or two of the mix, because
Yeah.
a lot of it is meat.
Okay. And I'm not making a whole big pot. And even this, if it's just 1 or 2 of you, you can even half what I'm doing this morning. I had a lady say most of my recipes were large, but you can half or you can usually quarter or a third most of my recipes. So
It's baking recipes that you can't really
right.
reduce. You have to
Yeah.
stay with the recipe, but
Right. All right, I've got my oregano. Now I'm gonna start off with 1 tablespoon of chili seasoning, and I may have to put more than that. We'll see. It's according how thick you want your chili as to how much tomato you're gonna put in it.
it's already
you-
looking good.
If you want a real thick chili, then you can leave it just like this. But if you want a thinner chili, and I'm not going to use this. If I want it a little bit thinner, I'm going to get a can of tomato sauce. I don't make my own tomato sauce. I just buy it by the little cans. So if I want mine a little bit thinner, I'll just go to the pantry and get a can of tomato sauce and put in it.
And you can put more beans in it if you want to, too.
You can. You can. You want to make it heartier. All right. Now, I'm going to cut up some of these mushrooms are in big pieces. So I'm just going to cut the big ones up. A lot of them, they were just pieces. I'm going to drain them. I didn't want that juice in there. Most of them were small pieces. Okay. Now any of this you leave out if you don't want it in there, or whatever you like, you can add to it.
Yeah, you can add more vegetables, carrots,
Yeah,
peppers,
you can add carrots. You can add whatever you want in
hot
there.
peppers, green peppers.
Yeah. Chili is ever how you want to make it. This is just a basic recipe, an easy recipe, and you make it here's the way you want it. Okay? You can even put corn in it if you want to take it in that direction. You can put black beans. ever what you want in yours. I'm gonna taste of this and see if I need any more seasoning. Oh my. Doesn't have enough salt. It doesn't have enough chili powder. So I'm gonna put another tablespoon of chili powder in it. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic. Maybe another teaspoon. So that's 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of garlic. I'm spoiled. I usually make my things real kind of, I don't know, I just like a lot of flavor. So, and I may add another can of beans, I'm not sure.
You got some fresh cut up tomatoes over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those. Now this is gonna kick it up a notch here. This is some fresh tomatoes that I cut up last night.
I grew them.
And yes, he did. He grew them. Plus, I'm gonna cut up another one and put in there. All right, peeling and all.
You know, this is a quick meal for
Yeah.
supper. If a housewife is working and she has to come in. If your ground beef is already thawed, if you took it out in the morning and come in the afternoon, this is quick.
Very quick. Okay.
Low carb load.
I'm gonna cut
Delicious.
these tomatoes up because I want a little bit more freshness in there. And this is gonna give it more freshness. And I may even put another one. This way I won't have to put any tomato sauce. I'll just use my fresh tomatoes here.
Does it need any stevia?
Straight out of the garden. I had some macaroni boiling there, y'all. And I forgot it. One track mind here.
Does this recipe need any stevia?
It may. I'll see after I let it cook for a little bit. Okay, that was the equivalent of like 3 small fresh tomatoes. Now that's gonna kick it up a notch right there. All right. I'm gonna taste them again. Oh my. Those fresh tomatoes, really. That's good. All right, I'm just gonna turn it down on low now. And that's about the consistency we want right there. I'm gonna turn it down on low. I'm gonna put the lid on it. And I'm gonna let it simmer for about 20 or 25 minutes. And then our chili's gonna be ready. That's how quick, how easy this chili is. So, and this spaghetti sauce is delicious in it.
Hold it up and I'll show them
If
again.
you've never used spaghetti sauce in your chili before, try
Simply
it.
nature, yeah.
Simply nature. It's organic, has no added sugars. And if you've never used it, try it. It's really good. So, we'll be back as soon as this gets ready.
This is a He-Man's dish. Take it to your cave, fellas. This is Campground chili. Takes 30 minutes. It's low carb load. It is delicious. And look at here. Now some of us probably are going to want a little cheese on top of it. And some of us, like my son Mike, is going to want to put some of this on his macaroni and cheese, which she's got over here in the air fryer. But anyway, this is something else to eat. Y'all got to try it.
Pretty good, ain't it?
And healthy. It has beans in it, but they have a low carb load, so you can eat your normal serving of beans.
No sugar added.
Gluten free.
made with ground turkey and breakfast sausage, lean breakfast sausage.
This is just good food. Got me some mushrooms in here too, just because they're good. Oh, gracious. Look, if you got to eat healthy food, you want it to taste good, because if it doesn't, it's medicine. So Rose works hard to put deliciousness into healthy food, meaning low glycemic foods like this. And if you're not on any kind of diet, eat it anyway. It's delicious. It's not like food that's specially prepared just for a diet. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Press subscribe and send it to a friend. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.